I am sorry for the technical glitch. You on wait. Let's move on to begin the session on literature review. I hope the screen is on. Ma'am, may I get if the screen is on?
Yes, ma'am, it's on. But can you just turn it to a full screen mode, ma'am?
Sure. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am. Fine, ma'am. Thank you.
Sure. Yes, I hope everybody is doing well, and welcome to this session on literature review. So yes, before we move on, let's see. See, literature review is a part of research. So let us, without not discussing on research, we may not move on. I'm sure all these previous sessions, happen to help you on various forms of research, design, process, etc. So very quickly, if you can recall and recollect present here, what is research all about? Participants, dear participants, what is research all about? Anybody from the audience, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Good evening. This is Pushpa.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, research is nothing but where you're going to find out which is not existed in the society or which is existed in the society. For that problem, you're going to find out the solution is called as research or digging something towards a deeper.
That's really great, and
Yeah.
appreciate and applauds to you, ma'am. That's
Thank
really
you.
great. Yes, research is all about the curiosity within us, the investigations, the problem solving, problem solving ideas, etc., which leads to systematically conducting and submitting for the purpose of gaining a doctorate, for the purpose of getting some, funds, or for the purpose of submitting it for the requirement or obligations to be fulfilled by any university, colleges, etc. We call it to be a technically term. We associate with the with it as research. Research is all about split into two words. As you can see, it's researching the facts again. And to sum up them all together, I'm not going to take much time on what is research in today's session, as you've already been covered and you already got exposed to. So just to begin my sessions, today's session on literature review, a quick recap. Yes, research is all about what's happening in the selected domain, to gather information and facts, and to provide evidence. That's our duty. While conducting research, it's all our, the very essential component is we have to provide various evidences and evidences which we happen to question on to the existing theories, etc. So we need to equip ourselves with the evidences, proper systematic evidences. That's a part of research. And then add on to the existing bank of knowledge. So whatever is existing in the form of literature, theories, models, etc., our work is going to, contribute to the existing bank reservoir. So our bank further coming up days, once we are done with that systematic review, then our work is also getting, going to be added to the reservoir. So hence, it's an additional knowledge to the existing, set of theories. Next one is to provide solutions to the various problems that are encountered, the problems that are identified to conduct research on. Yes? So let's move on to the next slide. That is, the very important milestones, we can say pillars in research. Those are one, systematic investigation, the materials and sources, establishment of facts, and new conclusions. See, research is all about these four very important pillars. You begin your journey with, suppose in case an individual is curious to know something about a particular subject, a particular problem, etc. So as long as he or she is satisfied with their, investigation, curiosity to know, they're done. Once they are knowing, they are done. So there won't be any proper recording. There won't be any proper, write-ups, etc. But that is not research. It's just a curiosity that has been answered. A research is a systematic investigation. Of course, the curiosity can be turned into research. Okay, can be flipped into research. Yes, that the curiosity is the lay stone, foundation stone, followed by it can be turned into a systematic investigation, and only then we call it to be a research. Otherwise, it's simply a curiosity of any individual which has been answered. And the next component, the next pillar of research is the various resources across which are abundantly available, materials which are available in the forms of books, newspapers, articles, etc. And in many other ways, materials are available. Now you can see in this part, in this particular section, that is pillar, is our today's topic in, that is literature review. Okay, it revolves around the various sources that we have available, that those all materials that help us to move on, understand what are we planning, what are we going to do, how are curious we are, how investigative we are. So all these, are the back-end supporters to us, materials and sources. So that's all about today's session today on materials and sources, the second most significant pillar of research. All right. Next is, out of this work, we establish facts. And then slowly we move on in ending by concluding our work with new facts and findings. New facts. That's all about research. It's not that simple as I'm sounding today, but yes, research is all about these four components broadly. Further, they are subdivided, divided into many other, processes, etc., which are to be followed in order to be called as research. Starting with systematic investigation, materials and sources, establishment of facts, new conclusions. Today's session lies here in the second pillar of research, that is material and research. Moving on, just to show you where is our topic lying in today's session. In the whole process of research, where is this topic lies? You can see the research process is starting from reality, documented knowledge, existing knowledge on a topic. That's a second point, if you all can see. The second one, existing knowledge, isn't it? Yes. That's where today's session is all about, literature review. Then followed by this literature review leads to, you see, all those are unconnected, those are all connected, interrelated, process, which are, which leads to literature review, leads to questions, researchable questions, then hypothesis, then designing, development of scalings, then data generation, analysis, assessing, research reports, etc. So as you can see, how important is your literature review and today's session. Without today's session, you will not be in a position to find out what next to be done. And even if you are successfully doing the research questions, will be, unanswered or unattempted, because you will be, drawn into ocean of literature, which is going to be the most dangerous, attempt in your research work. So systematically, if you go and simplify your work by understanding the process and then following it, it will take you successfully towards the new findings, and also it makes your journey very comfortable and meaningful as well. Okay. Yes. So why do we need research? Now let's move into yes, dive into the literature review concept. Okay. Why do we need to do literature review? All the research scholars there, you must be having a question on why is it so important and how is it so important. So look at, you have to know the past to understand the present as well, coined by Carl Sagan, a researcher. Okay, so in order to know what you wanted to do today, previous works, if you don't refer the past work, that means you feel that you are the first one novel idea that you have, the most significant it is according to your perception. You take it that way, but it may be dangerous. You cannot claim it to be that way. You need to first look back and see how novel is your idea and how interesting, connecting is your thoughts, your process, your topic is. Without knowing, just that it has come to your mind that I am very curious on, say, suppose AI in teaching pedagogy. Without knowing what's going on and what's already there. If you feel today, I am a teacher, I wanted to use AI, I had some problem, let me do a research on. If you go like this, you are very wrongly going into. Abruptly, you are starting your research work. For you, it sparked, this way. But to embark this journey, you need to learn from the previous studies. What had happened previously, what people have done, what people had to say about this topic. Did anybody do this kind of research earlier? If yes, then what did they do? Is it the same what you have done? Suppose by any chance, if you find that the same topic is covered very recently, then you please tell me now how important it is for you to do the same topic again. Isn't it waste? Isn't it meaningless? Suppose if that's a trending topic on AI teaching pedagogy, and recently, 3 months back, you've seen a couple of papers already addressing the issue, what you are planning to do on. Isn't that the waste of energy and time that you're putting on? Right? So hence, it is very important for us, very significant for all the research scholars, researchers to know what type, what kind, what topics related to the domain that you're selecting already in the past, recent past, not that old, but yes, recent past. How, what kind of research is done towards those? So broadly domain-based. Suppose AI in teaching and pedagogy. So AI in teaching and learning process. Just find out how many research papers have been published around you at state level, national level, Scopus, UGC, various research papers, what people have to say. If you think they are doing, they're addressing, of course, your inquisitiveness, because you try to explore it now, but people have already been exploring on this subject and they're talking on this. You talking about this subject now, if you start, it will take another year for you to complete. For PhDs, 4 years. Today you start and talk about this after 4 years, for which already you've seen so much of literature is done. So many papers have been published. What is the use? Tell me. Is it going to make any sense? Does it going to add any additionally to the existing literature review? No, absolutely. So that way, one has to be very clear Of course, we as teachers, we as researchers end up, getting, coming across some questions in our, day-to-day work. We feel that we are the first one to, strike those kind of questions. But to our surprise, these were already been, you will find these are already been answered by someone else previously. Good if you don't find any papers published, people not addressing this issue, then you are the novel one. That also might happen. So for this sake only, you have to first check out previously what type of research has been carried down on the areas, on all those connecting areas which you are planning to do research on. Okay, now this will give you an idea whether you can continue with your idea which has been sparked in you, or you have to shift your subject, sub-theory, subtopic to something else. I'll tell you, you will get n number of ideas to mold your topic into present condition by doing literature review. So that's how it is going to help you. That's how it is needed for you to understand that, what type of work is being done and in what context it is done, where it is done geographically, what was the sample, who were the people who answered the questions, was it a primary data, was it based on secondary data? All these you need to know. Only then you will understand how valid is your present topic domain that you have selected to do research on. Am I clear? As a research field grows, it is useful at some point to undertake reviews of the body of work in that field to understand where it is and where it needs to go in the future. Okay, so moving on. So literature review, it provides us a comprehensive overview. So literature review is not a simple 1 page or 2 page write-up that you will end up writing. Not at all. If you are a PhD scholar, then it goes in pages, hundreds. It goes into hundreds of pages. If you are a PhD scholar and trying to submit your research design, I'll tell you, literature review only should be, as many pages. 90% of your RD papers, RD research design that you submitted to your university should be 90% of the pages should include literature review only. If you are a PG student, then I'll tell you 40% of your research work, 40% of your research work, research report, 40% of your research report should go into literature review. And finally, PhD thesis that we submitted to the universities. In that, if you look at the same research design, it comprises of 90% in research design. At the time of the same 90% here holds to be 20 to 30%. But see, in terms of percentages, when I'm quoting how important it is at different levels. With this, you can estimate how much weightage it has got. RD, that is research design. When you propose something to your university that I am interested in conducting this kind of, research, etc. At this time, when you are going with your proposal, it becomes so imperative for you to make a clear and comprehensive report on what were the previous, what all were the previous works, what all the previous works have been done connected to the domain, the theories, which methods did they adopt, prioritize the work in the order that you undergo to understand. With this, you will strengthen the foundation of knowledge. This all put together will give you an excellent base to move on. All right. Yes. So here, literature review is further classified into various, stages, I can say, phases. Let us discuss one by one. Before I move on to this, I'll tell you, suppose if you have a topic selected in AI, teaching pedagogy, in AI in teaching pedagogy, adoption of AI in teaching pedagogy, say, then how should you do research into? Now collect this AI topic that I have, been telling you. The same topic, whichever is your topic, same topic, you put it in across various journals, Google Scholars, okay, and various other places, etc., to know the current work. Download those works. Exclusively last 2 years work. If you're doing literature review work today, that's in the year October 2025, then go back to 24 and 23rd. So October 23 to till date, what are the various papers, what are the various theses submitted so far in the areas of AI in teaching and teaching pedagogy. AI can be in any other domains as well, but I'm talking here about AI in teaching. So exclusively, the two keywords here in the topic is AI number one, and secondly is teaching. So type this, whatever could be the title. It can be anything, but if you find these two keywords in their title, the search that you are making, you can just download those papers. You have Shodh Ganga, the UGC's reservoir of research thesis. Okay, where you find all thesis, PhD thesis available, so you can collect data even from there. As I've been telling you, AI and teaching, these are the two keywords. So keep looking in AI teaching pedagogy. So these two words, if you find in any topic, irrespective of what they are covering, in the beginning stage, just download them. Download them. For PhD scholars, more than 100 plus to 200. Sometimes some universities even make the scholars do 300 also. So just find out before you start your literature review, how many papers you have to review, how many reviews you have to do. And within how many reviews comes now then what I am going to discuss in the coming slides, the phases. Okay, the classification. So the first thing you need to be clear with this, it goes according to your university and colleges where you are submitting. First, find out how many reviews, number of reviews that you are supposed to do. Once you know 100 I have to do, then comes the classification. Okay, now understand, suppose 100 you are set to do. Out of 100, you should divide this reviews into the presentable classification. That is number one, domain-based review papers. Now, domain-based review papers here is the substantive domain. Suppose AI in teaching pedagogy. Okay, so here what is the domain? AI, artificial intelligence. So that is my subject. That's my domain. So based on this domain, I will identify some papers. Okay, people who have been talking on AI, etc. It can be in the form of newspaper articles, journals, articles presented and published in journals. There can be some books also written by great authors. You can collect all this, books, newspaper articles, etc. Okay. Next classification comes theory-based review papers. Now here theory based is, there are certain authors who exclusively talk, like in economics, accounts, sciences, etc. We have mathematics, etc. Theory is, based on the AI and teaching. There will be some developed theories. Like if X is this, it leads to Y, and if Y is this, then it leads to Z. Like that theory, one full-fledged book will be available. Okay, so those books, sometimes these books are partially, the work in the book partially are presented in the journal as well. And these books are even submitted to the government and bodies, institutional level, organizational levels, to the government bodies or NGOs, etc. Uh, the main reason is here to facilitate the decision-making process. Okay, impact on the decision. So in such cases, it runs through pages. So they've developed some theories. So such papers also you can use it. Then method-based papers. These papers focuses mainly on the kind of methodology that they have taken, they have used into. Okay, the methodology involves, it may be, connected to the population, the sample size, the geographical location, time, collection of data, application of statistics, etc. So based on that part also, you can collect the paper. So basically now broadly, you have three classification: domain-based, theory-based, and method-based. So once you know how many number of reviews that you have to do, you have to first, suppose 100 reviews you are supposed to do, you are told to do, then immediately you divide, then out of 100, how many domain based, how many theory based, and how many will be method based. So this three classification you will know. So this groundwork you need to do before you start into literature review. Okay. So after doing this, then you go into the process of research reviews. Now, how do you start now? Thinking and finding out leads to research question, which focuses on search plan. Search plan, there are abundantly available across now these days, no doubt on where to, how to. Okay, so there is lot of reviews available online, thanks to the various applications that we have, etc. Sources are many. How do you look in exactly what you require? Use the keywords. As I told you, suppose AI in teaching and pedagogy, I'll explain you what are the keywords here. AI is number one keyword. Teaching is another. Teaching pedagogy is another keyword. Use these words to search on various platforms and download the papers, download the books. Okay. Now, as I said, classify them. How many? 20, suppose you have 40, 40, 20. If you have domain-based, theory-based, and method-based, you are supposed to be doing in the ratio of 4:4:2. Then 4 domain-based, 4 theory-based, and 2 method-based. So this is how your numbers should go. This is how your collection should comprise of. All right. Then once you are done collecting the data, put them all under various groups, three classifications, and now start synthesizing. Okay. Now in this process, how do you identify the search words? As I told, keywords can be, used. So besides analyze your research topic or question, look at these questions and try to answer for searching with the keywords. What are the main ideas? Okay, that is your first question. Try to answer this and accordingly use those components to search for. What concepts or theories that have already been covered? Write down certain main ideas, synonyms, which can be, related words and phrases. Read few papers, latest to oldest, on the research theme or questions. Okay, And then we have how to convert research topic or theme into searchable keywords. Now, you may be surprising here, why am I stressing on so much on keywords, etc. Yes, once you start, you will know my words. Mark my words to those days. Yes, it is not that easy. Literature review comprises of major part of your work, and it really is going to be, time consuming, at the same time fascinating too. But you need to put in a lot of efforts. You need to put in a lot of efforts to do so. So here comes few tips on how to overcome those challenges which you probably would be facing while you are into literature review. That's number one, application of AI. Suppose in agriculture and food chain, supply chain, I am going with an AI and teaching pedagogy. So how this topic, application of AI in agriculture and food supply, is being splitted into. You can see the main topic of inquiry is AI. And the angle of research is forms or industry specific. That is agriculture industry and firm specific supply chain management, food sector. So the focal points are agriculture and food. Now with these keywords, searchable keywords, now you have to create a list of synonyms, related terms or alternative terms. Yes, it can be available in the form of any other words also. So yes, it is good to go with. Okay, so you need not worry that it should be exactly as it is. No, not required. If you find a synonym of these three, yes, you can go ahead. And yes. And the next is Boolean operators and create search strategy grid. This is the most popular grid of literature review, which talks about union, subtract, intersection. If any among the participants are from mathematics background, they will understand these words: union, subtract, and intersection. A union B, A intersection B, and or if you remember these words, let me explain you. Yes, and or not, Boolean operators we call it to be. You can adopt this provided if you understand. I'll try and make an attempt to make you all understand this. If you can apply, well and good. And is all about combination of various concepts. Okay, or is it connects and combines similar concepts. Okay, that is not and. Similar concepts you can pick up. If you have 2 or 3, if they're similar, any one you can select. Okay, not excludes the undesirable. Not means suppose out of 10 concepts that you have collected, all the 10, if you feel they are like, can be combined for different concepts, that is and is applied there. If you think, no, this is, the first one is good to go, the second one needs not be necessary, then that is undesirable concept, not is applied. So generally we do apply this. This is a technical term that we call it as Boolean operator. And that's how the question and topic goes term wise, term 1, term 2, and term 3. And or and subtraction is applied here in order to understand and create our literature review. All right. Then besides use of search tricks, we have various searching tricks. You need to equip with all this in order to do. So search for different word endings, that is truncation. You need to be little careful about the search options that you do while giving a simple prompt also is a technique, and kala, I can say, is an art. If you complicate it, it will give you a complicated thing. Just give in simple prompt to Google or any other journal page, etc. Simple prompt to reach out to what you are searching for. The asterisk mark or the dollar mark symbol will help you reach different word endings like companies. Use compound, suppose international papers, etc. You can take the help of these asterisk marks where they popularly use it, and then it is easy for us to reach out to the exact papers by using these dollars and asterisk marks. Okay, then we have common phrases where double quotation marks will help us, like any phrase which put is in double quotations will help you in knowing exactly what you're trying to know. Okay, then you have spelling variation within related terms, that is wildcard symbols like question mark will allow you to search for spelling variation. I mean, if you are typing the same word, probably the same word can be written in a different form across. So for example, like globalization, you see globalization, a word can be written as SATION, ZATION. So here, when you are typing globalization, your search will be narrowed down if you use any of this. So instead, you put a question mark on whether it is a globalization. If you're not sure about the word that you're searching for, then put a question mark at that letter where you have a doubt on. So with that, you can, probably overcome the challenges that you're facing, and it will give you a right, choice of, uh, concepts and theories that you're searching for. Moving on, identifying the resources to search. Now, regardless of the subject, there is no single database that you can rely on. I think you all must be now diving into, okay, how and where, which search engines do we look in. There is no single database. Yes, you're truly hearing. Yes, you are correct. You are hearing it rightly, that there is no single database. You need to search across various databases to find out. Of course, the major part, I mean, the most important platforms that I can give you here, but then over and above, you need to search in across various databases to find out, the various places where you can search for search engines, you can say. And a few of them are like Google Scholars, JSTOR, ResearchGate, academic journal, books, and government reports. So these are the various places. Besides, there are many other which you can look in for, or open access journals, etc. So all these places you can look into and then find out how you will be able to resolve. See, it is, lucky that if you are getting all your required review literature at one place, and I'm sure and guarantee you will not get it. You need to go across several search engines to do so. So there is no single databases. Always use multiple databases. See, suppose what happens if you are confining yourself to only one. Suppose I say Google Scholar or ResearchGate or Shodh These three I said, okay? You now select any one. Suppose Shodh you're searching all those there. You may end up getting all your required 100 reviews there, papers there available. That's good too, no problem. But then the problem is you will be confined to only that particular source. What if current updates are available in some other sources? Multiple sources, if you don't refer, your results are confined, your data is confined to only research that Shodh website. What about other journals? What about scholars? What about other Scopus-based, index-based, etc., etc.? All right. There may be recent studies over there which you might, avoid. And next, when you go to review panel, attending the panels. Excuse me for the background noise, voice, please. When you go to the panel and you submit your paper for, approvals, etc., the very first question that you will be bombarded with is this: how can you collect from the same portal? So it is suggested to look into various multiple databases and check out where the data is, novel, and the recent works are there, and then accordingly select the 100 or whatsoever number that is being target given to you. Accordingly, you can select. Okay, so it is better to rely on multiple databases than on a single database. Okay, one database differ from each other in terms of their coverage. That's what I explained. Be aware of the databases, journals that can relates to some databases may be outdated also. Okay, now suppose research Shodh Ganga, if I say research gate, I say there you will find only PhD thesis. So one PhD thesis minimum 5 years. 4 to 5 years, right? So by the time they are finishing and submitting, it might get outdated, and you are again relying on those. I am not saying that you should not, take that paper and for review. You should definitely, but then you should check in for the dates and the new related topics where you will find in multiple databases. That also forms a base for your review, but then you should also look in for other options as well. Okay, so yes. Yes, the various database search guides are all this. You can make a note of Clarivate, that is Web of Science, Scopus, Willy Online Web Library, ProQuest, PsychoInfo, Emerald Publishing, IEE, Explore Digital Library, SSRN, JSTOR, OECD Library, EBSCO, Academic Search Complete, Google Scholar, Research Shodh Ganga, ResearchGate. All these are various online databases. Thanks to the technology, thanks to this generation that we are into, and all the scholars that who are currently doing their PhD, you have so much to do on your, just on your using your laptop and, internet facilities. Those earlier conventionally, when I did my PhD, we didn't had all these kind of facilities of sitting online and searching. We have been moving across various libraries, university libraries, to pull the reviews, to get the PhD thesis, to get the papers. We've been literally pulling books and papers from the manuals, etc., submitted in government offices, etc. We've been going personally and then collecting the data. Now that's all of them are available online. You talk about insurance companies, data is available online on the insurance company. If not, then claim it under RTI Act. They will provide you by charging nominal fee. Suppose you want to do it on banking, yes, RBI portal, go to the respective bank. If you don't find the data available, go to RBI, claim it on RTI. Within no time, they'll be helping you out with the desired number and whatever information that you're seeking, that will be provided to you. That's how, things are working today with technology, thanks to technology. All right. So let's move on. Yeah. So now, yes, let's do an hands-on session using Scopus and Web of Science databases. Here, let me take you online to some, places. Hope my screen is on.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. See, this is Google. On Google, type Google Scholar.
Ma'am, PPT is visible, ma'am.
Okay, man, let me change this. Yes, let me know. Is it on now?
Yes, ma'am.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. It's visible, ma'am.
Yes, see, Google Scholar, you type in the link here, and the first one, Google Scholar page. Since if you are using your own laptop, then you will be signed in with your account, right? So your account already, whatever account is available online, it will show you here. Here you can see my profile. This is my profile and library. So what all searches, what all papers that I have, they'll be listing out here. Okay, so here now you can make a quick search on what you want. Okay, what you want, what you desire to look at, you can simply search here and try to locate the kind of papers that you want, like artificial intelligence. See, you can see here, so many papers have come, 1 to 10. Okay, keep on moving. So here you see artificial intelligence, researchers verified that the keywords are generative models, large language models, reinforcement learning. And here is Mohsen Guzani, and here also the keyword is AI, Internet of Things, cyber security, and smart cities. So this is how you will have to go into, look into, and then follow the pages and get to extract the papers. Okay. Next, let me show you the Shodh Ganga, the reservoir created by UGC in FlipNet. If you're working in any colleges and university, you should have been given in FlipNet credentials. If not, you please go and ask your library people. Okay, librarians, they will help you out in getting this. Institutions have enrolled to InFlipNet. It was a mandate from the UGC. So here, see, you can see search engine, advanced search, subject search, and Google search. So you can search in any form using your keywords. Will show you with the help of keywords the various theses which are available. So in Shodh Ganga, artificial intelligence, here you can see the various subjects which are available on the right side: engineering, technology, computer science, social sciences, etc. So if you know a particular title, subject, etc., or guide or key, whichever you want, you can select it with the help of the drop boxes available, and then just simply search them. You will be able to, extract all this. Now you can see here on 14th October 2024, applied behavior analysis therapy for autistic children through audio video for psychological intervention using AI. Now see why AI, that subject is given as, I have given the keyword as AI. So in whichever topic AI word is there, all those lists will be shown to us on screen. Now select here. Suppose if you want year of completion, okay, you select it here on the right panel. English, other languages are also available. Suppose you want management, yes, you can select management. And within this management, you try to select role of IT as intelligent agents in public sector. So this is all management related, emotional intelligence and teacher effectiveness in higher educational institutions in India. So that's how you have to. Now, whichever is suiting your keywords, maximum keywords are covered in a topic, then download this. Simply click on this. You will be given access to it and download this, keep it. Save it for your database. All the details, citation details are available. Save it if you want full book, full thesis, just a chapter accordingly. You can see all these files are available with respect to the same topic. Whichever you want, you can simply download and view, open, and then PDF files are available. You can just use it. Similarly is Emerald House. In this kind of portal, you need to, log in with your own credential. You need to register first, a new registration. So you just have to undergo certain process of registering here, who you are, who we are, and then start registering yourself. And you can publish, you can see the various articles for authors, editors, for reviewers. For reviewers, peer review hub is there. How to, become a reviewer here. So that's all next to you. So here you can see peer review hub. So you can just simply use various keywords as it is been shown to you here, and then start searching on what you're looking for. Okay, explore our content. Various subject domains are there. So based on subject, books, journals, and case studies are available. As I said, first you need to classify, right? Based on theory, models, methods, or domain based. Accordingly, you select and then explore what exactly you want. Few journals you can select, few books, few case studies. So like this, multiple databases one has to select. Am I clear? So yes, let's go back to our PPT. So now you see, I have been showing you few of the databases where you can look in for, you can search for the information. Likewise, there are many. The list has been provided to you. You can search across. Now the time comes where you will be, you will be with so many, reviews, papers, case studies, journals, etc. How do you organize them? Isn't that sounds challenging to be in between so many papers, books, etc. Yes, imagine yourself. You've downloaded around 100. Okay, taking the help of so many other, the resources and the platforms. You've downloaded around 100 plus. Imagine yourself how you are with these 100, works. Now the time comes to organize. How do you organize them? So the main biggest challenger here, as it is, collection is one phase, organizing is another important phase. Okay, and they are all equally important. How important is collection? Equally important is organizing. Otherwise, you may lose essential. See, suppose, imagine yourself collecting 100. You will never, never know that the second collected review or book or paper was so important for you at that time when you were reading. By the time you come to 100 plus number, the significance of what you felt while you were doing second one reading is diluted when you are in 100 plus number. And it happens that you may end up forgetting also. How do you track all this, and how do you find the best ways to, keep them all in order? Okay, so I'll give you one easy way to, ensure that you don't lose any essential. Okay, suppose divide, classify them domain based, theory based, and methodology based. This is an Excel sheet that I'm showing you. Okay, on my slide, if it is on and visible to you, I hope it is. This is an Excel sheet. Take down all these components and create one Excel sheet. That is, first component is serial number, date, journal details, link, author details, title, objective, methodology, scope, limitation, hypothesis, findings, conclusions, continuations, suggestions, scope of other research, any other APA style referencing. So here what happens is, with this Excel sheet, now you'll begin your journey now. First, beforehand, before you start your reviews on various platforms, collection of reviews, you have to create this Excel sheet. Okay, on side by side, just keep posting whatever you've collected, number one. Open the details. When you give a reading, just copy the essential parts of your collection. That is, copy the date, copy the journal, book detail, or case studies. Categorize. You have 3 different, Excel sheets. Okay. First Excel sheet for journals, second Excel sheet for books, third Excel sheet for case studies. Likewise, newspapers, one more Excel sheet. Likewise, you can have. So suppose if you come across a newspaper, open the Excel sheet where you have to record the newspaper. Let all the components be same for all the 3: books, journals, case studies, newspapers, bulletins, etc. Okay, how many classifications you have? Those many you have create the Excel sheets. Then when you are reading an suppose a case study, then immediately open the Excel sheet, fill in the date, the details. While you are reading only, copy, paste it here. The case study details, who, where it is published. Is it published in Emerald House, etc.? Those details will be there on the cover page. You just don't have to do anything. You're giving a reading, right? While reading only, just copy and paste it here. The link here means the website address, the Google link. On the Google top link bar, you will have a link, right? Now, why do you need link? Suppose tomorrow, sometime later, you feel that something is missed and you wanted to cover up and reread it again. You will not find that paper again, or you may find it, but you need to do a lot of exercise again to search with the keywords, etc., etc., etc. So here, if you paste a link immediately at the time of your reading only, tomorrow in future, see, if you are doing a PhD thesis, it's a journey of 4 to 5 years, and it may even be more than that, right? So any time in the future you may require, so put a link here. Copy that link, page link here, and paste it here. This will take you directly. Anytime after 2 years, 3 years, you think you want something, then immediately you will take the help of this Excel sheet, go to that link and derive whatever you want. That's how it is helpful. Okay. Next, author details. Simply, while you're reading, copy, paste it here. You don't have to do anything. Copy, paste. Read, copy, paste. This is how you have to do. Suppose case study finished. Next, you can come across in a day, you're doing 2 reviews, 1 book and 1 case study. Okay. So book, open the Excel sheet of book, paste it. Read, while reading only, simultaneously paste it here. The research methodology is given in the book. You're reading. Okay. Don't leave it like that just by reading. Paste it here. Now, what happens at the end? It takes months together to finish your literature review exercise, dear. Okay, so once you finish doing this, you have a comprehensive, database of all your reviews. Don't bother about formatting. Don't bother about, wrapping test, formatting cells, making the cells big, size, small. No, don't bother about all this. Focus only on reading, copying, pasting here. This will give you a comprehensive. Now imagine a day where you feel you are done with your target, 100 or 100 plus whatsoever number. Now the time comes to only use the Excel sheets. Only and only Excel sheets. Now you don't have to go back and, pull back again those files. Don't have to do it. Just open again. You have divided them, right? So open whichever you want to do first. Case studies, methods, or models, or say books or journals, whichever. Just open the sheet, and a comprehensive report is available, maybe 20 plus or 30 plus. They're available all at one glance. Give a reading again. Go through once at a glance. You will get a clear picture, clear idea of what type of work is being done and what is your current study all about, the proposed title, etc. You will get a clear idea about whether it is valid or not. I hope I made it clear. Okay, so with this, what happens is, by the time you come to an end to your literature review, you have a comprehensive, sheets which gives you an idea as to what people have done. Now it will lay a foundation stone for your upcoming idea. Based on this, you will refine your title, you will frame your objectives, questions, methodology, etc., etc. This lays a foundation stone for your further stages in research. I hope I served the purpose of enlightening the participants with, how to go ahead in literature review. So with this, I end up from my side, and I